bringing in a new roommate to save money? Is that the plan?
Say hi to Glenn from work.
Yeah, I think I have a much better plan. We switched to my plan from Verizon.
That is a good plan. Glenn.
Get my plan starting at just $25 when you bring your own phones. Plus, save when you add perks like the Disney Bundle. It's your Verizon.
You guys can go, okay? I can just match.
Yo.
Okay?
Yeah,
and Ali.
Yo.
He's dead, no? He's dead.
Yo, chat, listen up. I'm gonna say toilets in Korea are so broken. They're so OP. They're so OP. You know when you... Bro, you know the toilet seat is heated 24/7? You sit down, it's warm. Oh my god, what a feeling. What a feeling. How crazy is that?
Yeah, they played the game. They did. It was like in team kill, so I feel bad cheering for either win, but really good for Matt, of course, that they get into that 1-1 pool. I'm here with Vetty to talk about the game because we might get Pad, of course, who is now standing by to coach or is coaching Matt currently at Worlds to join us. But there's a lot of logistics involved, and a lot of people want to talk to our players and our coaches after the game. So we hope we get him. And if we don't, we can still run through the game as we saw.
Oh, it's Fnatic's time. Yeah, Fnatic time.
Fnatic time. That's good.
Fnatic time, baby.
Fourth seed. Expectations were that Mad would come in as the favorites, but I don't think we quite expected the level of dominance from Elyoya. Right off the start, we saw him come in with a very aggressive jungle style, and it was crazy. We know that he loves the Bel'Veth, right? But historically, he hasn't always had the greatest of performances on it. But his team played around him beautifully. The way in which they used their early priority, the way they worked with each other to guarantee this early invade, and that Sheo was kind of left wanting in the early game. He had very few options to be able to turn things around, and while he did what he could to try
Toilets
and get
in
back into it, ultimately
restrooms
just
on
wasted
the
more
subway
time, and look at this relentless
still
pressure
have
that
a
came out
hole
from
in the
Malyoy.
ground.
Look at
It's a
the
French
minimap as
thing.
well. The movement from
Wait,
the
your
lane is
toilets
every
in the
single
subway in
time.
France, you have to
Hylissang
shit in the
right there
fucking hole
to
in the
support
ground?
his jungler. Just fantastic performance overall
What?
to really set up Elyoya to be the carry.
Yeah, it's such a big difference when you see
Bro,
that, you know, when
the
Elyoya
toilets in
is
Korea,
in his
they have
element,
10
able to
buttons on
exert
them,
that early
different
pressure
flavors
when
to
he is on
water
the
your
same
fucking
page
bum.
with Hylissang, and we've said
They have
it
heated
a lot,
seats.
and if you don't watch
You
the
can probably
LEC,
fly.
you've not
You
heard
can probably
it
get a
time and time
first-class
again, so
flight
I'll
on
say
that
it
thing.
again, but obviously, jungle support synergy is one of the most important things in League of Legends competitively overall. But this team, it's so streaky in terms of when that shows up and when it doesn't. And I think that's what kind of leaves us wanting, I think, in terms of this MAD roster generally this year. But here you do get a look at when it is working, how it exactly plays out.
Yeah, exactly. It's a team that often
What
have a very
is
clear
this?
identity. The question is, does the meta allow them to play into that identity? And this is a great example of them doing just that. Elyoya can be a massive carry jungler. They built a composition to enable that, and they executed upon it perfectly. The hope now is that they can do that against the other teams internationally, because they have been struggling. This is their first win, well, since 2021.
That sounds right.
Maybe even last year. Maybe they got one win in play-ins. I can't quite remember.
Press
but
F12.
It's been a while since they won a game internationally, and it's unfortunately against another European team. So the pressure will be on
Wait, it's not a
Mad Lions,
screenshot.
And it definitely got chaotic in the mid-game. There were moments where I was sitting there questioning what exactly was Mad doing. There were moments where Hylissang was doing some Hylissang things. But we did see some great playmaking for them. And if we jump into the next fight, you'll see here Mad Lions collapsing on them in the mid lane.
Oh, he changed it, then took a picture.
This is where we actually
Oh.
saw a great play from Nuke, where he gets a really good ultimate off. But the rest of Mad Lions are still able to make it work in the way in which they respond. And in particular, Kazi with his solo performance on the bot side of the map, it just worked out really in favor of Mad overall, even though BDS do a great job of finding a way back into the game.
Yeah, I think we have eyes on Pat. He's going to join us right now. Hello, hello, hi. You can grab that headset.
Oh, Mad Coach.
Perfect. Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Was it a sprint? I'm sorry. I know it's far, actually.
Yeah, I already went into the other hole.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
fine.
It's quite a ways. Hey, we were just looking at some of specifically the early game. You can
Give us some hope.
just a little bit out of Yoya specifically. We were saying how
Give us
we
some
know we
hope.
can do this. It's just that we haven't seen it that often. So how do you feel overall with how Yoya has been doing this World?
So I think our boot camp leading up to Worlds was super good. We were scrimming different Asian teams and we were performing really well doing the boot camp. Then we arrived at the hotel, and I think there was some tension building within the team that then eventually led to a loss yesterday. Obviously, it was also not our kind of draft. But last night after the game, we had a really nice open the back kind of session.
Open the back crack.
And I think that led to especially Hilly and Yo-Yo going in today with fire in their eyes. We saw those connect together, and we didn't see that yesterday.
If I may, I've heard this a few times. So it's good that you know how to deal with it, but that is also then the question. It's unfortunate that it then, happens during that first game, because you probably saw
they had the same thing in MSI.
Beatable team, as you should. I think that was from either side the same case.
Yeah, for sure. I think C9 was beatable, is beatable if we end up meeting them again. I think that honestly, the players could have executed the draft better. I think that personally the draft that I ended up doing for them was not a draft that was suiting us. It didn't facilitate Niski in a good way. It gave Kasi a counterpick that wasn't a counterpick that made us play aggressively around him. So I think honestly it was just PG draft.
Okay. Of course we know that there's the situation
which
you had
draft
actually, you knew this was happening for quite a while with Mac. You made all the arrangement beforehand. How is it working now? How much are you in communication with him as well?
So Mac and Orome are working from home and are doing a wonderful job. Since we get our opponent BDS so late in the day, it's borderline impossible for us to create a proper scouting report after a 14-hour workday anyway. So so Orome and Mac, they do that while we are sleeping, and I wake up and magically there appears a scouting report on BDS on my desk,
Yeah.
So I think we're doing a good job of utilizing
Wait, it's cold in here. Let's.
And I think Mac has done a wonderful job of prepping me for this role, so I think I'm doing okay.
I will say, from
That's
day
actually
one to
pog
day
as fuck.
2, you do look completely different. But I do have to wonder, how much do you feel the
What
pressure is
tensions
getting
are in
to
the
you
team?
and the organization, because I'm sure you're no stranger to a lot of the fan sentiment. You know, like there is a lot of pressure coming down on
Fix
the
those
Mad Lions
tensions.
in terms of their representation for Europe internationally. What are you guys thinking? What are you guys feeling?
Did Niski smile there?
So I think that the pressure got to me a little bit on the first day, like because there was a bit of a shake-up in the draft compared to the things that we had prepared, and I think that got to me. But I think outside of that, like, it kind of feels like you go into Worlds and the expectations aren't particularly high for Mad Lions. So I think in that regard, there's not that much pressure for me to come here as a first-time head coach in that. I just have everything to prove and kind of nothing to lose because the expectations are so low.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it for sure. I want to pull up the updated Swiss bracket. Of course, we only have one other match that was played.
The last ads are going to run now. You can prime to avoid them if you want. You can tier 1 to avoid them. You don't have to.
The Swiss system well, by the way. So for now, if the draw was right now, you would get either NRG or C9.
Did you see Scout's Instagram story? I did.
Great, wonderful. Like I want a rematch versus NA. I've lost to NA 3 times now. And
the 1-1 pool.
It's just unacceptable.
Fnatic's going to go in there. Damn one could go in there.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh man, that draw is hard. You can get so lucky in that draw.
Where we put NA down a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think they're horrible. Like obviously, in that case we are more horrible. I think
we know.
Like C9 especially have like really clear fundamentals and a lot.
That's why we were sad.
We end up pulling off versus EU team. Like they are much more disciplined. So I think you saw that yesterday in us playing a bit of a draft that wasn't super comfort, but also just C9 respecting when they had to do it and not falling for like some quick.
Let's get some wins now. Let's go Mad.
I think they're a solid team.
So we don't always
I actually believe in Mad now. No, I don't. No, don't do that, Mark. Don't do that.
Especially from your perspective, because you also get to hear all the player comms. What are you thinking as a coach, and what are you thinking? This is like the final fight from your guys' side. How did it run through from your side?
So on this side, honestly, this has been some of the struggles that we've had in the past, like playing games like this, is like just realizing when we have a numbers advantage on some part of the team fight or the map. And I think here the comms were so clear. Like if you, like Hilly and Yo-Yo here are exactly on the same page, and when those two are on the same page, using their abilities on the same
mouse.
screen,
Sorry.
There's nothing enemy can do. Like it doesn't matter if it's BLG, C9, JDG, it doesn't matter.
I hope we see that then.
Stop giving me hope! Stop it! Stop it! Oh my god!
Hey, now that we have you, we are going to go into our next game. It's Fnatic up versus GAM. Fnatic had a bit of a false start as well versus FNC. Also a small intro, actually. We have a throwback, right, Verius, for GAM versus Fnatic?
Because fun fact, for those fans that may be fresh, this isn't the first time that GAM
Wasn't GAM the team that lane swapped against Fnatic?
2017
they lane swapped
was when
against
GAM really made their
and
debut on the international stage. And it was one of the fastest level 6 Nocturne ultimates we have ever seen. This gank in the bot lane, I mean, many EU fans will remember it, and it was a one-sided stomp from the side of GAM.
Pat is even laughing.
I remember this. I watched this live, and that was crazy. Like that brought the GAM hype to Worlds.
It did.
That was like this version of GAM back then. Like I was so hyped, and ever since I've seen it, Worlds, I've been so excited. And anytime you have Levi on any team, you know, stuff can go really wrong for anyone.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess the question is then the hype started, and I feel like it's died down just a little currently. So what are your thoughts about this specific matchup versus Fnatic?
I think if Mr. Matic Brasta Humanoid does not get one of his favorite control mages, we can have a game on our hands.
Okay.
If they give him Orianna, I think it might be a little bit rough.
Azir, perhaps?
Yeah, give him Orianna.
Might be a little bit rough. Betty, what do you think?
I mean, I think that I want to see a better performance from Razzle.
Okay, today is the day that Fnatic debuts at Worlds. Welcome to Worlds, Fnatic.
Didn't work out.
Welcome to Worlds.
Kind of fell apart, so I'm hoping that just like Mad, we see a different version of Fnatic today. They're able to come back to the drawing board, and this can be a great way for them to get back into the tournament.
Okay, awesome.
Let's hope they have a good debut.
Good luck, of course.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we'll head over to our casters.
Thank you very much, and welcome back to the casting desk. The arena is filling out slowly, and we know as the day goes on, it'll only be yet a warm-up to getting towards those LCK and LPL matches rather coming up a little bit later. But first, Fnatic versus GAM. Azael, you're telling me
Fnatic better fucking win this.
Right away.
I'm going to be molding if they lose this.
LEC versus VCS is probably a lot more competitive than most people would think. It is in LEC favor, but it is 11-6, so fairly competitive. The Vietnamese teams have been able to take quite a few games off of the LEC teams over the years. Yep. This has been one of those regions, I think especially because of their explosive playstyle. They're not one to just kind of try to play a slow.
Yeah, we enjoyed the Arnold joke. The Arnold joke was great.
They're generally going to go aggressive. They're going to try to make things happen. That is the reputation of the region, is kind of mini LPL. Yep. And I think that has allowed them to pull off quite a few upsets, 6 in total out of the 17 games
Focus
against
up.
the LEC.
And I think especially when you look at Fnatic especially, I mean, they can run over games. With people
Don't
like
disappoint
Rambo,
Fnatic. Don't just clear it up. Syndra ban I like. That's an Orianna Azir first pick right there.
This could get very explosive very fast as we get into pick ban for our game number 4. Straight away, Poppy off the board, which seems to be respected more and more by the hour.
Okay, well, it's an Azir first pick.
It is an incredibly strong pick, especially when you're looking
It's
at
an Azir first pick.
picks, in top lane and jungle.
Marek
and
Brazda.
support. It's all champions with dashes, right? And Poppy really just shuts that down.
What do you mean you have their old jersey? It's the same jersey.
GAM is a team
Look.
that likes to go aggressive, wants to have that playmaking, so we'll see.
It's the same jersey. It's not the old one.
Going to be able to get done here. Kiaya, definitely one of the big carries for this team, especially in the VCS. You know, he was that guy who was their best laner on the team. Really was able to make things happen.
Oh yeah.
Rumble
ban
ban good.
Is really the kind of main carry as you're getting later into the
Rumble
game.
ban good.
Slater and Pallet, you know, they're a new bot lane for the team since MSI did actually come in. You know, replacing
I just
the
have a
former
feeling.
bot lanes.
What do you have a
There
feeling
have
about?
been changes there. Fnatic as well. If you haven't seen them since they've been
Whoa,
international,
whoa,
we
whoa,
still have a
whoa,
lot of
whoa, whoa.
changes, a lot of new
Zaya,
players
okay.
coming in.
Okay,
Or
for
even if
Noah.
you're just watching the LEC playoffs,
For a little boy Noah, where's the Azir at?
Oscar
Give me an
I
Azir.
believe has broke his hand or at least had a hand injury where Wonder had to swap in. So, you know, both these teams have had kind of that shifting roster.
And remember, it was one series that we saw Oscar in as well. The rest was Wonder. That's what makes it so crazy. The fact that Fnatic's top laner
Rakan. Yo, we get Alistar?
Now on the
Alistar is
stage,
here.
I mean, it was a big ask yesterday.
That would be
against
huge.
LNG. He wasn't too bad. He actually played the laning phase really well against Zika,
really
and
well.
I feel like he's one of the standouts of Fnatic.
Alistar Azir would be
again,
big.
Today we get to showcase him a little bit more as this is a classic so far. We got the Rakan, Kaiser on the other side, but Humanoid on Azir. I feel like that just goes hand in hand.
It's like, hey, that Azir is looking pretty good when Scout played it.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Gonna be
Nice.
grabbing it for himself here. Humanoid.
How old
really
are you,
one of the big
Caedrel? You look
stars
45 in
of
that
this
shirt.
Fnatic team. This guy is
No, I don't.
such a good laner.
Don't
We were
pick
talking about this a
Renekton,
lot when we were
man.
doing
What about
that Top 40
Alistar?
episode. You know, Vedius was really giving so much credit to Humanoid and how good his laning phase is. Really looks at him as one of those guys who can go up with the absolute best players in the world.
Yo,
as far as that
Cyber,
laning phase
thanks
is
for gifting
concerned.
1 sub.
He's had some really big
How many
performances
subs have you gifted now?
international when he's got there.
1.7k. You're
Fnatic is
mental.
going to be counting on him to make something happen
You're
because
mental.
this is not a match you can afford to drop.
Yep.
GAM, let's just be honest about it,
I'm not
is
pushing
the team
50.
that every single team that was 0-1 was hoping to drop. That is considered to be the easiest matchup that is available. Doesn't mean that you can underestimate them, but that is still that preferential matchup. So Fnatic, having gotten that, really needs to make sure
Wait, I need to
that
write
this
to
is
the editor real quick.
perfect, that they close out this game, no mistakes. You do not want to be dropping to GAM because I feel like if you lose that, your confidence is going to be shattered.
And also, I mean, you could have another regional rivalry, right? Could verse BDS.
Yeah.
Could verse, again, we talked about it between
Liquid,
D+,
KT.
Ivern
Who's
Ben.
it gonna be? That's the
Ivern
problem.
Ben's
That's
pretty good.
why At this 0-1 stage,
What's open?
don't have much
Viego,
leverage left.
I mean,
We talked
Sejuani
about
for
it
GAM
all
is
day
pretty good, but it's also good for
so
Fnatic. I wouldn't mind
And
Fnatic banning
I think that's
Sejuani.
kind of the beauty of this format. Is
Nico
that
Ben
day
for
one,
Catty.
I was sweating watching the LCS games. It feels so important.
What is
Day
there?
two, you're
There's
like, oh my God, if we
Sejuani,
lose, we're
Viego,
screwed,
and
you know? So it just feels like the importance
I don't
of the
think
game
Vi
ramps
is-
up so fast.
I don't like Vi
Similarly for
in
GAM,
either of these
they
drafts.
really want to represent their region well. They've
Vi
battled
for
through
Fnatic sucks.
play-ins
Vi for GAM
against a
sucks.
really
Jarvan
tough
is
Acid
also
team.
like
I do feel like
pretty
Cloud
mid
has
for
really been
Fnatic.
getting better and
Pretty
better.
good for GAM
PSG
though.
Obviously was incredibly strong as well. You know, so GAM
I
is
think
able to come
Sejuani and
through,
Ben and then
tough
Jarvan
play
on
and
4.
team, and they want to get
Okay, well,
something
they
done
banned
here. They
Jarvan.
want to show that
They want
are good
Sejuani.
enough to compete
Surely they
against
take
these
Sejuani.
upper teams.
Unless they
I think
pick
Fnatic,
mid and then they
as
last
much
pick their
as- it's
Nocturne
always funny, right?
fucking
Because we always talk about this NA versus
GAM
EU matches,
cooking.
where all the NA teams are cheering when they draw the EU teams, and all the EU teams are cheering when they draw the NA
Karthus?
teams.
Nah, they shouldn't
I feel
pick
like it's
Karthus.
probably pretty similar here for GAM.
They
Fnatic
shouldn't
is
pick
one of the
Karthus.
easier matchups that they could have hoped for in this 0-1 bracket.
They have
as
Azir
well.
mid.
True. I mean,
I think they need
throwing an
Jace if they're
LPL
going to play
or an LCK
Karthus.
team, you'd be like, well, that's a little bit harder.
Why
to
they ban
ask,
Lee
so
Sin?
Right on the nose there as
I think they want Sejuani with that Jarvan ban, don't they? Ivern Jarvan ban? Don't they want Sejuani? Maybe I'm cooked.
The final one from Fnatic and against Levi, I mean,
Are Fnatic hoping that they don't pick Sejuani and they can take it?
Is. We've seen him in the international scene for so many years, and taking away a champion with agency here in the jungle just seems like the right choice.
Yeah, absolutely. It is definitely something that makes a lot of sense.
I think
here.
they should have banned
We
Sej
are
on
expecting,
5 there.
this
What does he
Cassante
play
to
now,
go towards
Razork?
top lane.
Viego?
But of course, it can be flexed towards mid, but it's not something that I recall. I'm going to actually double check, but it's not something that I recall seeing Kati play throughout this year, and yeah, he doesn't really have any games on it.
Levy is their Lee Sin one trick, yeah, but Poppy's open. I guess they could pick mid on 4 and then last pick Lee Sin, but...
For the team, him being on the K'Sante, I don't really think would make that much sense for their style. So you do have Sejuani, K'Sante up.
If you're last picking jungle, are you winning? Oh, Poppy's banned. Is Poppy banned? Oh yeah, Poppy is banned. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, Lee Sin ban was good then. Sorry, I didn't see that. Yo, I didn't see Poppy ban. I didn't see it. I didn't see it. My bad. I didn't see it. I'm blind. Sorry. I'm awake. I just didn't see it.
There's obviously a lot of dive
Zaya Renata. Why don't we like Alistar? Are they scared of Sylas on 5?
Underrated this whole year. And a meta that has been dominated by dive for a long time. This champion is just a nightmare to deal with.
They could go Sylas on 5 now, though. I think Akali is good for GAM. I don't know if Kati plays it, though. I feel like he's probably a mage player, isn't he? But Akali goes kind of nice, no?
We saw it pop up in a few different regions, but really, you're expecting it to be the Rel.
I don't know how Fnatic, how crazy they're feeling today, but yeah, at the very least, look, Razork on something that can set up his team. At the very least, GAM,
yeah, maybe Akali wasn't. I don't know, Sylas Akali? I feel like with Sejuani, if you need a mage, like a mid laner, you need the AP mid laner. I think it's only really Sylas and Akali, right? One of the two. Unless, I don't know, they're full AD now, but I guess it doesn't matter. Does full AD matter here when you have Sejuani? Because as much as you're going to have lethality and they can go steel caps, you're against Sejuani or Khan, right? So you have more CC.
They are going up against Oscar and Razork, they should be winning. So, you know, we have to see how well they're able to coordinate. I'm also interested with this last pick of the Jace. Are we going to have a different style of Kai'Sa build? Like, is it going to be AP Kai'Sa splashed in? Is it going to be something different? Because otherwise, you are basically full physical across the board. And I also do think when you go that lethality into Nashor's and you have the upgraded W, at least you have 2 forms of poke. And to me, 2 forms of poke is so far superior to just having the one when you only have like solo Jace or solo Ezreal or whatever. It doesn't ever feel like it's enough to kind of push it over the edge. Whereas when you have that secondary form of poke, it really can make a difference. So I'm interested to see, you know, are we going to get...
I'm not sacrificing Kellen. What do you mean sacrifice Kellen? Alright, you can subscribe with tier 1 or Twitch Prime to avoid ads. You don't have to though, but you can get ad-free viewing experience of all of worlds if you do that. Wow, I really fucked up that draft. I feel terrible. I think that's one of the drafts that I griefed the most. I should have seen more in that draft. I think I blundered that draft a
How many
bit.
hybrid builds are we going to get on one champion? Because all people had to do pick was
I'm going to try focusing harder.
And it would have set us up for success.
Easy dub.
Yeah, the 4th build dead, you say. 3 others still on the table. We do have a bit of a pause to get us into this game.
AP Kai'Sa? Yeah, maybe it is. I don't know if AP Kai'Sa is still playable. Is Static still good?
Game of the day,
You look tired? No, I'm not actually tired.
Fnatic versus GAM.
The thing is, normally, I time my coffees, okay? So you can see my coffee is still pretty full. So what I do is, like, if I was to drink my coffee now, we would be full pacing. But these games aren't big pace. They're like mid pace. They're just important. But for T1 game, JDG game, G2 game, DAM1 game, we need to be ultra paced. So I'm timing the coffee power spike. Because yesterday I timed it early, and then late game we fell off.
Back at all the Kai'Sa games the game has actually played. You know, Slater played 3 different games of Kai'Sa and 3 different builds to actually talk about what you're talking about, right? It is
late game we fell off.
Blade build that he was going for, then he splashed into AP with Nash's Zonias. Then we had just the standard kind of on-hit lethal tempo Kai'Sa with Kraken Slayer and to Navori, and then his most recent one, you know, was a really good game for him, that final game against Team Wales, where he was going lethality into AP, right? So he did go for that quick lethality. And then
snooze plus coffee? Yeah, I don't have any snooze.
Nashor's as well as going Zonias. That seems to be the standard build. People don't always need to go in towards that Zonias. Sometimes it is like a death cap angle or whatever, but obviously when you are playing hyper aggressive, it's so much value to have that Zonias when you're diving in.
I mean, especially when you look at this comp as well. But a side note, coming back to how you're talking about this poke, I mean, we know GAM plays so aggressive in the early game. We know that GAM, one of our faster teams for sure, not just because of the region, but because of GAM themselves. And if poke comps get ahead, if they really rush into
Why
games,
does Fnatic shirts look
really
like
hard to stop the momentum.
GAM time? Bro, that guy, I think he's like the owner or something of GAM. That guy is a giga Chad. Ultra Chad, that guy.
If they win this though, I mean, as you said, Fnatic are in a bad spot. It'd be a second EU team at 0-2 that joined BDS, who
that guy's ripped as fuck.
Against Mad. It'd be 50% of your teams down in the I was going to say lower bracket. I'm not sure what to call it. The 0-2.
That has Brox's signature on it. Caps, Reckless. Holy fuck. It ain't 2018, little bro.
And it's so
that was
hard,
5 years.
You then have to start prepping BO3s. And BO3s, you have to play 3 of them as well if you want to make it up. 3 BO3s, that's a lot more prep than what I'd call our group stage, our Swiss stage.
Yeah, absolutely. It is very, very difficult to play from that type of situation. So both teams desperately wanting to get that win today, trying to avoid the 0-2. We are on pause.
All right, let's cook.
Game for game 4.
Your balls didn't even drop
2.
5 years ago. Bro, you're going to be fucking dropped from the stream.
New Swiss stage. I have been loving it so far. It has been an absolute pleasure to cap these.
All right, Fnatic, listen up.
The pleasure is all mine. You know, yesterday...
You need to win this.
I get a bit of the flavor of the EU. I had the taste with Chronicler. You had to deal with another Aussie.
Tastes like Britain.
Yeah. And then finishing off with you, sir. I mean, not only a pleasure, but the fact that we started with the LCS.
D-Shield Jace, it's not bad.
I think was just the perfect way to open up day number 2. Now, of course,
it's not bad.
Going into the VCS, their #1 seed.
Play Euphoria? No, we don't need to play Euphoria. This should be an easy win. We don't have to get too excited. This game is all about staying calm.
That all-time record. But we know that Fnatic have high expectations.
This game is all about staying calm.
The crowd that have come out as well. We know that this team is largely about Razork, how he controls the game, and gives that agency to Humanoid, who
they
is
play slow. They have Fnatic. They have Xayah Azir.
Azir.
We don't need ultra pace. We just need good
LED
pace.
light show going on at the moment.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen this skin. Have you?
What skin was that?
I feel like I've never seen that skin, but to be fair, no one plays Azir in solo queue.
Okay, well, just a quick reminder.
What was that?
We are looking at that fun light show, one of those disco balls you buy.
It's Elder with Azir? I think that's...
Reminder that you can earn exclusive League of Legends.
Maybe it's a spectator bug. I didn't see the colors.
By logging into your Riot account and watching on lolesports.com. It's easy. Sit there, chill out, and enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, just a quick note. Still don't know what the skin is, but it's whack. It's absolutely wild. And while I was talking, I know level 2 acquired here by Fnatic's bottom lane, and GAM have to back away.
Show mid, I want to see the skin now.
It's kind of matching the graphic behind the players.
If
you look at the player cam, there's all those little floating red balls that look like sparks and stuff.
But Azir's not the world skin, it's Renekton. So...
yeah, someone's going to tweet us and tell us, like, I can't believe you don't know the skin. You even play League of Legends.
You don't know skins.
It turns out I play.
They won't show it because it's bugged.
The
Show
last
it!
time I played Azir was when I got to play one game.
Well, they're not going to show Azir the whole game?
19, so.
Last time I intentionally played Azir was never.
Intentionally. It just happened.
Hey, ARAM sometimes, you know.
I've been told
I didn't set out.
Oh yeah, what the fuck? That's a spectator bug.
I guess there must be a chroma. I've definitely seen Elderwood. I guess I just haven't seen these chromas. Some of the chromas look actually very different.
He has fucking Super Saiyan around him.
I mean, honestly, you can't pick up from the crowd, but ultimately, Humanoid with his skin is playing well in mid lane. Some good trades against Cuddy already. You can see that Jace at half HP. So our star player looking pretty good here is up in the top side. Oscarinen getting a built-up wave against him for now. Doing pretty well in CS, actually.
Absolutely.
Trades against him.
Has the HP advantage here. We'll see. Levi coming through that lane.
He's fine, he's fine.
Tagged, but
he's
just
fine.
Help him push it in. I mean, he's showing, so you're not actually looking for any.
Yo, Cyber,
tank.
you are
I think he wants to
seriously
help
a
him push.
psychopath.
He wants to try to contest this top
He dropped
scuttle.
another 100
Razork
gifted
has
subs.
no smite. Neither does Levi. So Levi, I think, is just gonna make.
Yo,
this something.
Cyber!
He does have the smite. He's
Thank
not
you so
actually
much,
gonna
man,
let you
for that
contest.
100 gifted.
So
Holy
Razork will
fuck.
be able to grab it.
Gives priority to Humanoid.
Every day you're just dropping 100 gifted or what?
As well, and just cross down.
Can everyone add Cyber and say poke
How
champ?
it's made this roam. It could get very busy.
How are they
very
3-man
fast,
mid at
but
4 minutes?
Trinity's done
Jesus,
the
double
same.
crab. Really important, huh?
Supports today, Azale, are so
You're
impactful
crazy, man.
across the map, but they still don't see him. He's holding out. He then goes
Oh,
for the
Humanoid
engage,
just
sets
based.
up for Levi.
Razork is dead.
It quickly becomes a 3 versus 2. Make that 4
Ah,
versus 2.
shit.
Razork's a bandit, and
That's
GAM,
Cyber,
just
you're
like
nuts,
we
man.
said, play the early game.
Because-
That side brush ward made all the difference.
Fuck!
Not only did they see everyone from Fnatic walk in, they saw Humanoid leave, and it's not after that Unleashed TP. He can't TP and join the fight.
I mean, they're
and now
going
they're
again.
pot.
Noah, he doesn't burn the flash. Both summoners available, but it's matched. Levi's there. One more hit. Noah gets out. Now, summonerless. As Fnatic a hit bot as well.
That was really
they're gonna zone them off the wave. I don't know if they can
Flash, though,
stay.
so now
Razork needs
they
to
would
get here
wanna be
quick.
getting
Okay, they
more
don't
money
zone him off
zoning
the
them
wave.
up, and
Thank
they're
God
not
for
gonna be able to do
that.
it because Razork is heading bot to cover. But it's another rough start here for Razork after what was a tough one for him
okay.
yesterday. GAM out to that early lead.
It's okay. It's okay.
And it is Kati, who
Hey, it's okay.
You were pointing out he was losing out on those trades against Humanoid, and now he's given that first blood.
Chill out.
Which is really, really helpful. And he was also given double buffs, which is going to make your laning phase that much nicer. do they see the animation? I don't play enough Rel to actually know if you see the animation on someone you stun in the bush.
Yeah, he did, because he got Aftershock proc. His Aftershock proc, so he should have known, but it doesn't really matter. He was dead no matter what.
Some sort of an indicator if you actually hit someone in the bush.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if it would have been possible for him to spot. But either way, they do not recognize that he's there, even though they did stun him up. And it means Pallet finds that great engage, and GAM strikes first.
And
They still have the gold lead, though. We're winning. We're winning the lanes. We're winning the CS. That's what I like to see.
Now, for the time being, there's one gentleman down bot side.
Trimby, we hex flashing on that? What we doing? We having a look? We having a giggle? We having a laugh? We having a look? Hey, 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 hey. Flash hook, flash hook.
And Kati has
Zits
to be careful
connect.
because it's level 6 on the Azir. They know that Trimby is around here, so you have to respect that Tarima shuffle. They haven't had eyes on Razork in a long time.
Yep.
Who's actually still having some really good pace in this game, you know, pretty heavily up in farm. Pallet has been sending so
Bro,
much
he was running in a straight line. We ain't losing to this.
I mean that Slater gets more solo XP, so that's gonna be feeling pretty nice. But Levi also looking to spend a lot of his time ganking here, and is
We ain't
gonna
losing
start
to
up
this.
early dragon because they have push on bot side. I think they suspect that Razork is up on top side, though they haven't had it confirmed. I believe I saw some pings up towards that top side, so they definitely seem to have sussed it out.
But look at where the wave is
Sussy.
at. Kiaya won't let it crash in. Very smart
Sussy.
play with the all-out flash available. Half a HP bar to work with. Razork can't do a thing while GAM use their pressure bot side and just take the first dragon of the game. Early game going exactly how this team functions usually. And GAM continue to play the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes of the game quite well.
Yep, looking good here. Only 7 minutes coming up on into the game. Obviously very even. They did get that first blood, but it is the farm advantages that have made the difference to keep the gold. Even when you're looking
Oscar's
at top
doing not
jungle
bad.
mid, it is that laning edge that Fnatic has
Still has
been able
TP,
to build
match on
up.
top.
So even though they got that first blood plus the assist gold, they've made that up all the way through farming. Kiaya just trying to push
He's
this out,
contesting
but he's
every
just
creep.
getting chunked away on by Oscar, and he's not really getting any trades back.
Yeah.
Or if he does, it's like not really equal whatsoever. Osterinen still hasn't even been based, but Kiaya is the one that's kind of in a tough spot, even though he has the additional 700 gold.
Keep it up, Oscar. Keep it up, baby.
See it from the player who's been out for quite a while due to the hand injury, and I think more importantly, it wasn't just against Kiaya, it was against Zika yesterday as well. Great laning on this same Renekton in the Jax matchup. So I think Kiaya right now is
Oscar's
suffering
doing
from the
good.
success of this top lane who's come
Hey,
back
no
in
flash
form
Kai'Sa, no
as
flash Kai'Sa. You got a
Razork
flash
is
hook for
trying
me,
to get
baby?
in position to find something. Bot side,
No
Slater.
flash.
You're right.
Okay, we didn't see the hook.
Magnet storms in and Fnatic strike true. It's Noah who
I didn't see the hook.
succeeds
I didn't see it.
and Now definitely well and truly on the board.
Yeah, doing good job.
Look at
Getting
Humanoid.
out of the bot lane,
His laner
getting
gets
flash,
first
mini
blood
ulti,
and
Razork
double
gets
buffs.
that
Humanoid
kill.
still up 10 CS. Holy.
Has really been farming well here, keeping that up. The kill as well, going to Noah is massive.
They're trying to sneak
Levi
Herald.
avoiding that scuttle is going to be starting up the Herald on top side, trying to get something back, but it's that missing flash for Slater that really does punish him.
He's actually up
That is
more
the
than 10
cost
CS, I
of
think.
them
That wave is
committing to
huge
try
in
to
mid.
actually kill off that Fnatic player in the bot lane on that earlier
No, the
game.
wave in mid is
Committed the
huge.
flash, so did Levi. They didn't
Oh
get it,
my
so
god,
that
they
is rough,
reset
and
it.
now
That's
bit
embarrassing.
of an
Come on,
oopsie
don't
there
lose
as
to
they
these
were juggling
frauds.
the aggro, and it does leash back.
I mean, the problem is the fact that it's not down.
But that's
Fnatic
here
can now
now.
get here. You're
That is
exactly right.
embarrassing.
Levi over the wall, zoned out. Oscar in
We're not
so
losing to this.
strong on this
That's
early
rough.
game Renekton. I mean, that is just a massive mistake.
Yes!
Yeah, that is really, really rough. I think they would have been able to finish it and get out.
Yep.
And unfortunately now,
That's what I'm talking
they
about.
lose it on the bot side kill.
That's
Fnatic
what
has
I'm
the base, go top
talking
side
about.
And get that
Good
as
stuff,
well.
good stuff, Fnatic.
So Razork is way ahead, despite actually getting first blood and giving up that kill. He's still
Solo
way
lane's
ahead
winning
as far as
nicely.
Experience as far as gold, he's up almost a full
Don't
level
touch
over
Oski.
Levi, as well as the additional
Leave him alone.
kills, and now that Herald gold to boot that they can still use. So
Go on,
we'll see
Eon him.
Kiaya going
Fuck
towards
him
that
up.
Iceborne. Both top laners have now based, and we can watch this one more time.
Yep.
You know, they knew that they had Tri-Ward is already pinked. He
We didn't see the
sweeps
hook. He
out
didn't
that
actually
bot
hook.
lane brush. There's no wards there. Slater not able to react.
He didn't
not
actually
able
hook.
to get out. It's an easy kill despite the missed hook there from Trimby on the follow-up.
And I was sitting here being like, it was a good early game from GAM. As you highlighted before, CS leads were already making it competitive. As
Spectator
Oscar
bug, yeah.
changed my mind. He's running into Fog of War, at least for the jungle gank. But
Holy
one
Oscar.
versus two, Renekton ain't afraid of that as Razork here to save the day. Welcome back to my team, brother. I don't abandon
He has
my
Q in
top
one,
laner.
no.
Kiaya slices
Oscar had
and
Q in 1
dices,
second.
and he
Fucking
ain't even
Cassante
playing the
OP champ.
Renekton. The blades are out as Budget Irelia now looks for a flip
Budget
back. The
Irelia.
Cobra strikes aren't out as Razork The aggro's not
Hysterics.
drawn in. Levi tanks it, but it's still a kill for GAM.
A great kill on the top side. Levi gets in there, sneaks through.
Bro, what is
those
Hysteric
lane rushes.
saying in
That's
these
why lane wards
games?
and top lane are so important, but it's so difficult. If you don't have help as a top laner, it's impossible to cover all the lanes of approach, right? You can't put a lane ward and a river brush and the tri brush, all these different spots, but now...
Not a good play.
Caddy's here, though. Buddy has to get out of there. You're right. Caddy changes
Oh, nice
the
ult.
landscape of the
Oh,
fight,
clean
but
by
Slater
Slater.
repositions and
That was
takes
really
him
clean
out.
by Kai'Sa.
Noah's
Fuck!
trying to turn this into an even
Yeah,
trade,
Humanoid
but
gets some
Palace
plates,
stays
nice.
safe, and that's
Bro,
another
if Humanoid's getting gold, I'm fine. I don't care
who
if they're how much they're losing. As long as Humanoid's getting gold, I think it's always winnable.
It is Humanoid pushing up mid lane, getting a plate, so there is a cost to it, but Humanoid will be pushed back. They drop the Herald, so they get
Just
a
give him
lot of
gold.
plates
All the
off
gold.
mid.
Give him all the gold.
3
Humanoid the
in
gold.
total,
Give the
and
gold
they
to
can
Humanoid.
actually
I know if
take
anyone
advantage
in this
of
roster is
already
going to
had
clutch
one
it, it's Humanoid.
earlier. But it is going to be, heavy AD, and you can see the respect for that paid by Humanoid. He brought that Seekers. And here is the play one more time. Oscarinen, was looking for an aggressive play of his own. And this is where it looks like there was a little bit of confusion. I think that Levi wanted to back up, but Kiaya went in, had the nice W bumper, scoops him
Casante's
back,
so
and then
OP.
is able to go all out and sets it up. So Levi does re-engage. They make the play happen. Here, Trimby trying to get aggressive. Just didn't expect the roam from Kati. I think they thought he was on a base timing, or maybe not the communication that he could have actually been moving down towards
Nah,
mid. He's totally
Casante.
missing from mid and had been for some time. But it's a good aggressive move there from Kati, and ends up getting his team another kill as Slater now on the board.
You highlighted it so well. It's the Umbral Glaive, isn't it? See if Slater can use
Hi.
it here in the upcoming play. Observers, spidey senses are tingling.
Time to dive bot.
Yeah, Rakan is showing mid, and so this means they know he's solo bot. Levi is moving down, and they do spot
They have
it now,
JCP
but the
though.
X-Flash coming over the wall from Trimby is a little bit too late to capitalize on it, unfortunately, and now Pallet's here, and Levi's here. Trimby is kind of by himself, but I'm not sure if they want to commit to the play.
Oscar.
I mean, again, Pallet could have. as
Oscar,
topside.
no.
We look
Oscar,
again,
no.
there's the
Oscar,
all-out.
no.
Oscar
Oscar,
in
no.
has
Oscar,
the
no.
dominance available, but we look towards mid as well.
Okay, get him. Nice, Razor K. Give the kill to Uma. Oh, yes.
What Kiaya solo kills Oscar in the top side under his turret.
How is
Everyone
Oscar
loves
dying?
Casante while it's a trade across the map.
How is
Massive
Casante
from
dying?
He had the earlier Mythic. Oscarinen was still on components. He didn't have...
I mean, how is
that
Renekton
force
dying?
completely
Fuck!
Until he died.
Yep.
So he just goes for the all-in, knows he has the better buy. Levi in the area, but they are clearly
It's okay.
too late, so will not be able to continue
It's okay, it's
stacking
okay,
up those
it's okay,
dragons.
it's
But
okay.
now going to look for a fight here. Here they go!
Gage up to the back, Pallet misses so, but still gets quickness. Noah untouched on the backside, but it's
Noah?
Trimby tanking up as Levi.
You live those? You live those?
Engage. He's already
Okay.
ulted out as the feathers stop the play
Okay.
from happening further.
No, we're running away.
Oh
Oh my
my
god, we don't have
Too.
TPs, we don't have TPs, we don't have TPs, we don't have TPs, we don't have TPs. Can we fuck the Jace?
Razork's interrupting him as well. So in the meanwhile, Trimby and Noah say, look the other way. We want to get out there, but Pallet won't let them
Guys, has
interrupt
ult.
it from Trimby.
What
You're
are we
right, but
doing?
Noah, as he flashes away,
Go on,
it's
Huma,
Slater
fuck him up.
rolls on
Go on,
in.
Huma.
Fanatics bottom lane half are dead, but Humanoid's now
yeah,
joined
yeah.
in as Levi's getting tagged down, but there's not enough damage yet.
Humanoid's
Slater
cooking.
knows it.
He's cooking, I can see it.
It's not enough.
He's
Ignore my
cooking.
last comment, they say. As Fanatics mid laner still fires away, but Cardi's the Jace. And in
Oh, he flashed it.
He reigns supreme.
Oh, he's back in as well.
This is Cardi.
Come on, Humanoid.
Fnatic winning it at the end of the
He's
day.
fucking smurfing.
You open them again.
Yes! Holy fuck.
Blaster.
Bro, he just completely won behind it.
Play in there. Kati flashing forward to try to take out Humanoid, but Humanoid just flashes forward himself.
Don't show
creating a
this
space
now.
run.
Go back.
It's getting really
I don't want to
scrappy
see that.
here, just getting on
Bro,
that top side.
he's the best
Gets
is here.
the Q3, knocks him back. W buffer into the all-out, uses the W,
Marek,
just the chase down here with that
Brazda.
Iceborne, the constant slows. If you don't dodge those
Early
Q3s,
game Azir, that's what
you
he
just
plays. He
cannot
don't play on
get
that
the
late
play.
game bollocks. He plays
And then
early game
back
Azir.
towards live. I feel like this was way before. This was that way earlier play. That was before the solo kill. Yeah, this is way before everything when they got that initial kill.
Don't show the
I'm not sure
replay
if
of the
we're
bot
gonna
fight.
go into world. Now we're
Look,
going way back
look,
ahead.
look, I'm a fan of this
Into
bot
the
fight.
future.
Humanoid smurfed it, but
Back and forth here. Slater
I'm gonna
had
get a
the
degree
ulti
by the
before.
time this
Actually, actually
finishes.
had the flash to
And a
ulti
kid.
in. Pretty heavily committed
So Humanoid
there.
dash in.
Humanoid comes
Now
down
he has
the road.
Conqueror. Look at
I
this,
feel
just
like they
full
could've
stacking
spotted out
Conqueror.
from the start.
Full
I think
Giga
they
Chad,
tried
front line.
that Humanoid had no ulti. Is
Just
what
hit,
I feel
hit,
like
hit, hit,
this
hit.
was, because I think
Then
that
Mickey
had
Mouse
they just
movement. Look at
straight
this
up fought
cocky
from the
movement.
beginning, it would've gone a lot
Baits
better
them
for
in.
They kinda waffled,
Then,
and Slater's like, well, I
a
can't
bit
get
stuck,
out,
but he
so
has
I'm
to
gonna
flash
play.
Jace hammer form
Kati
Q.
here.
Boom, does.
Watch as he actually
Then
flashes
sees
forward,
Sejuani might
but
escape.
Humanoid
Goes in on the
Humanoid
Jace flash
goes
to
in
kill him.
aggressive.
And
Doesn't
then
create that space. He just
spaces out the
slides
Jace.
past him. But then Kati, great job there. Finds
Boom.
the angle onto Noah. Razor
I don't
unable
care
to
who
block
griefed
that
it.
shot
Doesn't matter.
blast.
Let's do it
Humanoid.
again, eh?
Why the fuck does he have Berserker Greaves?
I know him from the LPL.
Oh, here comes Razork. They're actually getting flanked on the flank.
Not expecting the Callus. You're right. Who's really flanking who? Who's the ambulance going to be
Here's
called
Noah.
for? TP
Everyone's
from
here.
Fnatic.
Humanoid
As Noah
TPing on
runs
top of them.
He gets ultied out. Levi, beautiful. But Humanoid swoops and boops. Dagda would approve, as Fnatic have already found the opening kill.
Holy fuck, Berserker Greaves is here.
With Trimby rolling up, with Noah rolling in, with the shutdown rolling out. GAM are sent packing as Fnatic bring them to the charge.
Good macro. TP bot gets first tower for Oscar with Demolish. And take Herald so Humanoid can push top. Macro maniacs!
Way too much time doing it. It was so obvious that they were going to be going for this.
2 side lane tier 1s and a Herald. Yo! Wait. Hold up.
Separated from his team. He gets engaged on and burst
Hold up.
down. And then even after that, Oscar gets to go to bot. And you're seeing
Oscar,
the MasterCard lane.
they're going to put a ward for Cassante TP, and you're going to die.
At this point, because Oscar is actually ahead now as well, off of the kill plus the TP bot and taking that tower.
Wait, where is that ward?
Fnatic in a great spot off of that play.
Where is?
GAM had been very competitive up to this moment, but that one is.
I think Oscar's fine.
Well, they're going to try and find this pick to at least equalize somewhat.
Why doesn't he put a ward down for Cassante? Okay, fair enough. Cassante wants to catch top wave. That's good for us.
Early game team, but once again, Fnatic relying on
He has none. He has a pink. He just put it behind him instead of in front.
He
had a pink!
He
put the pink here.
Want him to be on this champion.
When Cassante respawned.
Pound for pound with this early game from GAM.
Absolutely. And here it is one more time. Kiaya had Oscar and chunked down, but they were spotted, and they knew they were spotted because they dropped the pink on that blue ward, right? So they knew that they had been.
Look at this human TP.
Look how far he goes forward. That was just a really big misstep from Mugati. He's walking straight forward.
Okay, a lot of people are inting this game, but EU's winning, so who cares?
Can't move, and with him out, all GAM can do is run, and it doesn't just cost Kati his life, it costs Kiaya his life as well, and it's a shutdown over on Noah, who out of nowhere now has 4 kills and is really getting rich. He's going to be closing in on that second item, and sure, Slater has 2, but his are a lot cheaper.
It's again Slater's early game that's now been transitioned over to Noah. I mean, Oscarinen had a good early game too on this Renekton. Might not have the kills behind him, but he's still a threat. And I think I'm bringing this into the conversation because the support staff of Fnatic, we did look at the poke coming through, but remember, there's a Bruiser, there's a couple of tanks, mainly Radzork, of course, on this rel.
Okay.
The fact that Fnatic have a bit of a lead.
Our Dragon setup is not bad.
Starts becoming a nuisance here for GAM.
Dragon setup's not bad.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to see efficient item purchases. You know, you're going to see tabbies getting bought up. Trimby has tabbies. I already talked with the early seekers for Humanoid. They're going to be, you know, not just like fully stacking armor,
Oscar.
but they're going to have armor, and it's going to make
we're heralding mid
that much less useful. Is Kiaya in trouble?
Yeah, hit him. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like a razor, he shaves his way through the enemy jungle as Fnatic are opening up mid lane.
Yep.
And all of a sudden,
they're getting destroyed.
We move into the mid game, and Fnatic will not.
They're getting bodied.
Fnatic are just taking over in these team fights. Their setups are better. Their engages are better. They keep picking off GAM members who are not paying enough respect to the amount of CC. It's Nautilus.
Yep, that's second Dragon. That's a 5-1 Zaya.
One of these tanky members, if you are fully stuck in these CC
bro, EU went 2-1, 2 wins today already.
Hold as you like, but everyone's there. You can't move.
I told you this draw for Europe was great.
The fight really even starts, and at the same time, Levi almost
this draw for Europe was so good.
They have the flash to follow.
Easy clap.
With Herald on the push, you're going to lose so much more than that. They end up losing both their mid lane towers and the fight. So out of nowhere now, Fnatic with a 5K lead. This one was really close about 3-4 minutes ago, and now GAM are getting run over.
And this is the difference between the play and
zero.
Oh, I mean, right? The competition gets fiercer. You make a mistake, you're punished for it, and games get rolled over. It's like what we saw yesterday from BDS and JDG. BDS made a mistake, JDG capitalized. And of course, they're different opponents, but you look at Fnatic versus GAM, you look at a major region.
We have side lane towers.
Or intermediate, depending on your
bro, Humanoid's build just looks so weird with those Berserker Greaves.
It's about the quality.
Is Bible playing today? I have no idea.
That's about how you use the region.
That's right.
What's Azael's first name?
What they're
Isaac.
able to get done from here, if they're going to be able to come back or not. But Fnatic definitely on a roll now, and you talk about not being used to these teams that are just going to kind of run you over. I mean, that's something that everyone really has to deal with.
Okay,
Uma.
Okay, it's nice, but Humanoid says no.
Later, bitch. Later, bitch.
All my friends, shields are up as maybe topside they can find Oscarinen, but in the 1v2, he's out as well. So the rest of Fnatic are converging in.
Yeah, you better flash away.
A shattering strike that threatens and simply stares back, and Fnatic again getting away with a bit of murder here.
Yeah, they're looking good here. They commit the double ulti
Oscar?
on the humanoid. They don't even get
You're
him to flash.
cocky.
He just
You're
ultimate
cocky, you know that?
Oscar in way too
Dominus
far.
in, Cardi's going to punish him. I feel like he might die, but it is Renekton moments as
Oh.
Gordo, the range.
Ai, putain de merde, ça va!
Meanwhile, the rest of Fnatic
What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we going? Who are we fighting?
Punishing hold on to Razork, but
Holy
he's a
fuck.
tank. And Humanoid almost
Humanoid has
takes that
damage.
squishy version of Cassante. This Humanoid is also looking for more trouble, but GAM already out of there.
Good solo kill, though, from Kati. It's the second, if not third time that Oscar has been solo killed this game. He got solo killed by Kiaya. Now he gets solo killed by Kati as well. So definitely punishing well. And you can see that GAM, can match up in some of these individual skirmishes and individual fights.
No, they
but
can't.
I think it's the greater
Wait for Marek
team
Bresta to get
coordination
Zhonya's
from
GG.
Fnatic that is making the difference. They play
Gonna
the
be
map
level
better.
15 is
They
here with
set up the
Zhonya's
map better.
open.
They're more coordinated in the fights, and it feels like that is really what's telling. Because GAM was able to stay
Oscar is
close
just
throughout the
greedy. Like, what
waiting
is he
phase
doing?
here. And this is just straight disrespect, honestly, from Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to clear that wave. That is 3 minions. You're walking up at 30% HP. That is a really bad death from him.
Again, Azael, as he dies here,
Oh, he gathered a storm
Not
mid-jump.
only a bad death, but a shutdown given over. So moments like that are how GAM get back into this game. And how GAM start taking control back from Fnatic. Things still look good for FNC.
Whoa!
The
Do
picks
you have stopwatch?
overall, the humanoid.
Oh, it doesn't
But trying
matter.
to take him down is such
Just
a
stands
mission.
his fucking
3
ground.
members up there, but the TP from Oscar in and the rest of Fnatic converging in. GAM are going to regret this.
Oscarinin.
It's a big old g'day from the top
Triple.
layer of Fnatic. A triple kill over to the Croc. And FNC will not go quietly into that 0-2 night.
Fnatic crush him. GAM looks for a pick there onto Humanoid.
Don't
but they
try
couldn't
it.
Chain the CC.
Ulti, okay, Slater trying to bring it back. Humanoid
I
flashes.
said don't try
His turret
it.
saves his life, and Slater was moments away from a pick, but staying alive and on to the Baron, it's still all about FNC.
Yeah, Fnatic are going to get it all. You can watch this
Why
one more
flash?
time.
I think he
Even
panicked
so
thinking
much
Kai'Sa
on
might
the
flash
out
auto him, but she didn't have flash.
Levi misses the ulti, though. He needed to wait. Your support is hard engaging there. That's why I talk about coordination. It's not that he can't throw the shield shot. You just have to communicate. You have to coordinate. If he waits till pallet, finds
Marek
the R
Brasta,
knockup, that is guaranteed.
Oscarinin,
Your R flash
Razork.
knocking him up. And then you throw the Sejuani ult. Humanoid dies before being able to ult. And this is a very, very different fight. But when you make
Humanoid
those
is
slight
solo
errors,
carrying this game.
These players are
He
gonna
is single-handedly
crush you
winning this
for it.
game.
Humanoid survives, he disengages, everyone piles in, Oscar gets in the back.
Did you see that Sejuani ult? Yeah, I got stunned for some reason. For like 2 seconds.
Well, once
It was
again,
flying towards me. I don't know,
with
that
the
was fucking
Baron in
annoying.
hand, feel like we're going to start talking up an EU team. 1300 already in the Red Bull Baron power play.
Alright, bot tier 2,
And
baby,
one
give it to
Dragon
me.
in 40 seconds too. That'll lead to Soul Point, and you expect Fnatic to have it with how this game's just transitioning.
And we saw the win probability powered by AWS. It was looking very heavily favored towards Fnatic, and I would agree with their assessment on
23
that one,
minutes, no
as
item
they
on
are
Rakan.
now, a good, well, 6.5
Yeah, he's a
thousand
broke-ass
heads.
bitch.
They have the Dragon advantage. They have the Baron. The power play not really meaning
Oh,
much right
Umanoid
now.
is looking for
Scotty's
Jace here.
gonna
Yo,
farm
you
up
can
some
fuck
of
him
those
there.
towers, but now Humanoid responds and
Yeah, fuck him
look
up.
for play.
Looking for it, Oscar Inn's over the wall as well. Cutty knows burning down on the
Shock
wrong
blast over
side.
the wall, maybe?
It's all about the range, isn't it? As Oscar Innen looks to take a solo kill of his own.
Get him, Oscar.
This guy has been out
Vámonos.
for far too long, and he wants people to remember his name. Cutty's in the wrong direction.
Get him, Oscar.
Humanoid makes it, and you know what? I smell meat. Crikey! It's another double.
Yeah, and they're taking the
Crikey!
at the same time there. Kati could have
Go
just
in.
finished his base, but elects to actually go for the kill. And now Humanoid's here, he's TPing in, and I think they can.
It's all in with the rail, shattering strike on top of the
Take the win.
Feathers are out, Noah is free, firing GAM all of a sudden. We're in a position of losing.
Take
that
the win, boys.
5 minutes. Kiaya in the Cassante won't be unstoppable.
Good job, lads.
long. And
Good job,
Europe
lads.
raise the flags high. You've beaten the VCS. You're going to move to 1-1. And GAM don't know
Hey,
what hit them.
one European team is 1-0 and 2 are 1-1. That's not bad.
As they move to 1-1.
Considering that BDS drew JDG and Fnatic drew LNG. Basically the 2 best teams in the LPL were 1-1. Huh? Huh?
Against GAM,
Huh?
they moved
Huh?
to 1-1.
Now what, idiots? Now
So
what,
potentially
idiots?
Could be running it to Mad.
Yeah, fuck
Potentially
you.
could be running into Cloud9, who lost. Potentially could be running into NRG.
Yeah,
That
BDS
1-1
is
bracket
0-2.
starting
We're
to
not
fill
talking.
up,
I was talking
so
about the
we
3
know
European
there are a lot
teams
of
at Worlds.
kinda in the mix there.
But we lost to
And
NA.
honestly,
Yeah, but
even
NA
though
also
GAM
lost to
was
NA.
very competitive in the early game, it looked like a pretty back and forth game.
So you
Fnatic
can't use that against us.
outclassed them as
You
far as
can't
how
be
they
like, you
played
lost
the
to NA
match,
because
how
you
they
lost to
set up
NA
team
too,
fights, as far as
bitch.
how they executed and coordinated on those team fights. I think it's, again, a game that is a bit of a confidence booster. Yes, it is one of the easier opponents, but it's still really important to kind of get your feet under you, get a win here on the stage at Worlds, and use that as a building point to try to propel you forward to hopefully greater success.
And I think after yesterday especially as well, right, against LNG, we saw that the early game wasn't really there. We saw that Razork got sent behind. Today was really important because matching an opponent that can be so deadly in the early game, that can run over teams like GAM, was really important. I think a vote of confidence for Fnatic.
Next game is a banger.
Well.
Absolutely, and GAM on the other side now, unfortunately, are 0-2. So they are going to be in the elimination BO3s down there with, we know TL is going to be down there, BDS is going to be down there. Those are the others down there at this point. So
crazy banger inbound.
More to kind of fill out that little side of the bracket, but it is going to be really scary now. You know, you definitely don't want to be the first team out. You don't want to be picking up no wins here at
T1
Worlds.
versus Gen
0-2
G.
means you're immediately into the elimination BO3, which
Razork.
is such a tough spot to be in when you work all year long to get.
All right, T1.
We'll have to see how GAM fight their way
Let's
out,
get it.
ladies and gentlemen. That's it for us for here for today. If I get my words together, I'll throw it over to the analyst desk to break down that game.
Yeah, you cast a phenomenal game, so we understand. Don't worry about it. I heard Azil talking about kind of the pool, and right now, if you take a snapshot of 1-1, it looks great. You know, we've got NRG, C9, Fnatic, and Mads. But the games that are about to come are going to give us
the loser of BLG JDG? Yikes.
Loser of Gen G T1.
Yikes.
Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Caedrel and the
we'll
Shy.
see, indeed. So,
Look at that.
Fnatic walks away with the
That's a
victory
team
here.
in an
I think
alternate timeline.
we
That's
should
a
say
world
that they
winning
were
team.
favored going into it, but it wouldn't be the first time that we see a team that's supposed to win stumble, especially against
That's a world's winning
Backstage,
team in
when we're
another
watching
timeline.
these games, you were so nervous, just waiting for it to happen again. Flashbacks. Yeah. Yes, you.
It was,
Listen.
yeah, a bit of a chaotic game to start things off for sure. I was a little bit worried myself, but Fnatic, they very quickly found their confidence. They came in with a draft that definitely looked a lot more
Mal's
like
so
Fnatic.
heavy.
And
Not
I remember
even the
seeing,
Shy can carry that ass. Bro,
Humanoids
shut
is
up.
here, and I was like, oh, good. Humanoids is here. I'm
Shut up.
happier than I was yesterday, that's for sure.
Like a nice supportive blanket. You know you've got something. And
Bro,
then he
the
also
T1
got,
jersey material
he
is
got
sick.
a lot of gold early on in
Yeah.
these skirmishes too, because while the whole game was really scrappy early on, and it looked just kind of chaotic and bloody, he was a consistent winner early on. Him plus Noah, you know, when you're getting the money on the carries then.
Exactly. Also, our Oppo player of the game, Humanoid, and in
Humanoid.
the videos that we're gonna get with the
What if
the
BLG
video,
beat JDG?
The video. Did you say videos twice?
You want some videos on your
Yeah, I
videos?
do. I love that. Just
If
double it. But
BLG
I
beat
was gonna
JDG,
say,
I don't know
we're
what
gonna
happens.
see
What
all those
happens?
instances
Tell me.
In which he was able to rack up that gold.
I mean,
Rather.
great performance, as we mentioned earlier, from Humanoid. Day one did not go the way that Fnatic wanted. Scout really did have Humanoid's number, and as the casters were saying, this is a great
Do you have a big
opportunity
room?
for them
Yeah,
to
I do.
regain that confidence. And Humanoid, he was kind of living with very low health bars pretty consistently throughout this fight, and throughout this game. GAM really struggled to find that kill onto him, but Humanoid continued to step up throughout this game.
Yeah, the flash was good. And then
All right, chat, big pace now.
With the
Big
Azir
pace
dashing
games.
Back in. This one was a little bit of a donation from GAM as they stepped a bit too far. And this is where Fnatic really started to lock it down.
What about the
Beginning was a
interview
lot
with the
of
Shy?
chaos,
Yeah, I
like
think
those
I'm gonna
both
get it
sides,
after
but,
Swiss stage.
Once Fnatic got that one, they then kind of refocused there on objectives. And we're able to push GAM out here.
Good focus, I think. And I think the danger and often that we've seen in the past in playing teams that
By the
are
way,
willing
chat,
to
don't
be
forget
scrappy
you
is
can
that
follow the
lose
stream
sight
by clicking the follow button on Twitch,
goal
and also you
sometimes
can
in these
subscribe
skirmishes,
if you want
but
to
they
avoid
didn't-
ads for the rest of the
Oscar
tournament,
got a little,
for the entire
got
tournament.
a
You can
little loose
subscribe
with
with
some of
Twitch
the plays
Prime
there
or with a
as
tier
well.
1,
Little loosey
or you can get
goosey,
gifted a
yeah.
sub, and you can avoid ads in the whole
Confidence
tournament.
game then in the end. I mean, I
Or
don't mean
you can
this
just press follow,
towards GAM.
because
I
pressing
think
follow
when
is hidden
Fnatic
OP.
felt that they
It
were
has
in
some
the
hidden
driving
benefits.
seat, that is when these things happen. But again, you can't let them
Hidden
happen
OP
too
to
crazy.
press the follow
Well, I
button.
mean, the
Super
other thing
hidden
is,
OP.
like, a lot of, I mean, as an EU analyst and a lot of EU fans, we're very
I'm not an
critical of our
analyst.
teams
I
right now.
can't go to
We're
Yemen.
looking at them and like,
No,
there are
I'm
a
an
lot of things to
analyst.
pick
I
apart
can't go to
from that Fnatic
Yemen.
game, and definitely things
Yeah.
we want to clean up.
Yemen.
But the positives to take
Can
away
I have a
are
gifted sub?
we needed
No.
a confidence win. We needed
No.
to come into today with
What
more
is this?
victories than losses, which so far 2-1. I'll take it.
You definitely had the draw
yeah.
on lockdown pretty good. from
But
day
now
one.
that as we move into the 1-1 group, you already talked about it, Shocks. That current group looks great from both EU and NA's perspective. It's going to get a lot scarier in the second half of the day.
What is this?
But
this is a historical
let's just agree early on. We'll play each other.
It's looking good for us right now. That's all I'm going to say.
Does someone have a screen grab of this historical moment of the peace between
it's
EU and NA?
It's the classic, the West is going to be really good. The West.
The West!
The agreement of 2023.
I forgot to follow, but I'm subbed.
Will go down in history.
Exactly. Until tomorrow.
Fix your camera. What's wrong with the camera?
In any case, a win for Fnatic. Unfortunate for GAM.
What's wrong with the camera? What's wrong with it?
Best of threes, but we're gonna take a quick break because now we're going into the winners of yesterday.
Oh, your face! Your face! Banana. Na na na.
Welcome back to my team, brother. I don't abandon my top laners, but Kiaya.
Alright, let's check the Reddit. Quick Reddit check. Quickie Reddit check.
The landscape of the fight, but Slater repositions.
Go. Guys, play together. You stop them. You stop them. I can block it. Yes. Guys.
No, I griefed it there.
Okay, it's fine. I'm fed up.
Add this, but with XD in caps or change XD. What is this?
But I have Seekers, they don't do damage, I told you.
I'm not adding that. A letter to EU teams. Do not pick Renekton unless Oscar or Ezreal unless Korean. Mad worst TU team at Worlds. Imagine having to cheese against a Plains team to win a game. Nice stream name and title, Mark. Pedro XED doing Sexo IRL. Bro, shut up. Oh, yeah, 420.69 million. Okay. Caedrel is gullible. I can't... Bro, shut up. I can't change the volume. Oh, there we go. Those brothers should be flipping burgers. But his posts are trash. Where is that guy at Worlds? What do you mean that guy at Worlds? What is this? IP leaked? The fraud. Oh, my book. Is this a good song? Alright, it's time to one pop of coffee. You see the damage I just did to that? Oh! Okay, I'm awake, Wait, if I drink too much coffee too quickly, can I get one shot? Can I get one shot? Wait, seriously? La la. Chat, quick reminder. You love it when I give you reminders. You always spam, pog off, Caedrel, pog off. We don't want to hear your shit. The Caedrel store is open. Okay, I feel really cringe setting out. But there's a merch store with mugs and t-shirts. If you want to get them, you can do exclamation mark merch. You don't have to buy it. It's up to you. It's there. It's the Caedrel store. And, no, not exclamation mark. It's, you will shit yourself because coffee is a laxative. Oh, really? And also, last one, I'm going to remind you again, Caedrel Worlds giveaway. You can enter the Worlds giveaway if you want to win some prizes. There you go, it's in the chat. Alright, I'm done. I feel like I have to do so many things, and I feel so guilty doing it every time. Why does the Fnatic shirt say Caedrel? No, it says Caedrel. What do you mean Caedrel? Yeah, I saw Scout's Instagram. I saw it. We saw it already. Wait, did I have a meme prepared? Let me check if I got my memes prepared. Meme. Anyone a memer? I'm a little memer. I meme. Oh yeah, I got my memes ready. Where is it? Where is it? Was it from Twitter? Is it this one? I don't know why, but this picture to me is so funny. Can you see it?
Genji won their first game here at home in Korea, and I have World's Rookie Pace with me to talk about the journey so far he had this year. Thank you so much for joining me. 안녕하세요. It's still so hard to believe that you're a rookie here at Worlds, especially thinking of the trajectory of your career so far. How much stronger do you feel now compared to